Hey everyone, we are back again with my base model V6 Camaro. Gonna do some interior upgrades to change from a very boring LS interior to something a little bit upgraded. LS's have this wonderful plastic inserts compared to the RS's and SS's that have a beautiful painted insert. Same with these pieces. They're just very base model. So we're going to do some changes to the car. As you can see, the gauges from the previous video are in there working, looking great. The only thing I will tell everybody is if you do have a V6 and you get the SS, the shift pattern is different from the V6 to the V8. Reverse is closer to the driver's side, but on the gauge, reverse is closer to the passenger side. No big deal. I don't think anybody's going to worry about it. Nobody pays attention anyways. So let's do some cool stuff. Alright, as you can see, the door panel is off already. There were 4 7mm and 1 Torx, which is underneath the pad and the armrest. You can see basically once you get everything off, just pull straight out. The door panel comes off. All these little white retainers, sometimes they'll stay on the car. If you lose them, just pop them off, put them back into the actual panel. Now the way these are attached, these inserts, you have melted plastic and then actually a couple Torx screws. And then this top piece, which actually is covering up access to get to those, you have a couple Torx screws which you'll need to remove, and also you'll have to like go ahead and just break away the rest of the melted plastic, because we're going to take these pieces off. What I did was I bought a set of SS doors with the painted inserts, and then I went ahead and scuffed them down and painted them the actual color of the car, along with the dash trim. So instead of this ugly gray plastic, that will be bringing some nice red outside color into the interior. So just trying to bring a little more life into the car. The good thing is the car that I got the door panels from, it has the SS, the iridescent lighting. And when you pull your door panel off, you will see this plug right here, and I believe that will be the plug that will have the ability for the lights to actually come on when you're driving. So we've taped everything off, and we'll just go from there and see if it works. Okay, we plugged the SS harness in. It actually does plug right in to a factory location. Like I said, this was an LS. It didn't offer this option. With the key turned on, light works. So this will illuminate the plastic rod that actually goes behind those to give it kind of iridescent lighting. Now the light is actually a blue light. It's just an LED inside there. I'm going to go ahead and get this put together, and then I'm going to see if I can get a red LED, and when I upgrade my speakers I'll just swap that out. But for now I'm just trying to get this part of it done just to see how it looks against the red. Maybe it might shine a little orange. We'll see whenever the project is finished, but yeah, it will plug right in. No hacking up your wiring whatsoever. Okay, we got one of the door panels off. It's flipped over on its back side, and how these panels are held on is by spots where it is actually the plastic's melted in. I basically took a heat gun and pried up, and basically you're breaking the plastic rivet, but once you get that out of the way, it's off. So another thing I liked about the SS's compared to my V6 was the padded stitching on the door panel. Mine did not have that. I also opted to get an SS arm pad which also has the stitching just to kind of tie everything together a little bit. So now I got to clean up all these ends, and then we will put the new pieces on, which I've already painted red. The new inserts are painted red already, so we'll get those glued back in place and put back together. Okay, so I've set in the new painted panel. It is just roughed in right now. Got a couple screws holding it in place. I'll eventually come back and use a panel bond structural adhesive to basically recreate where these rivets got shaved off. But the end result is a nice red piece that will, like I said, once again, bring the color into the actual car. There you can actually see the SS arm pad. So let's get this bonded together and get this door panel put back in. Now what I've done is I've used a 1-minute structural adhesive and basically re-riveted panel, and then added some weight to keep it held down in place while it sets up. Once that sets up, there's also a piece that has to go right here. I'll have to put that piece back on too. And that piece is basically the top edge of your door panel. A couple screws are in it, but towards the back it's the plastic rivets. While I'm waiting for that glue to set up, I'm going to show you how easy it is to pull the center trim piece out. Basically it's just some retainers. And you have the little molding over in the corner too. Same way, if you look on the back side, it's just some quick clips. So we'll put the new one in while we're waiting for the door panels to set up. Okay, I installed the new one on the driver's side. Passenger side is basically line up your clips and then just pop it in place. Now you can see just how that little piece painted the outside color actually brings the color inside the car. So it's a small thing, but that adds a little bit of value to it instead of that ugly ass textured plastic. Okay, I decided to try to find somebody that can get me a red LED. So I know I'll have to take these door panels back off. Maybe I'll do a speaker upgrade when I do that. But in the meantime, as you're putting it back together, you see the little light bar, clear plastic. Got to get all these screws put back in before you put that top panel on, because the top panel is actually will cover up these two screws. So if you bond it, you'll have to cut your bond right back off. So you want to make sure that you get at least these three screws put in before you bond this top piece. Kind of snaps into place. You hear it pop. And then first three are screws, the last ones will be bonded. And after that, basically this door panel is ready to go back on. And we'll see what the final product looks like, because I'm not going to record doing the driver's side because that's just pointless. So this is your end result. See how well it flows. The color of my car is Pull Me Over Red or Red Hot. And we'll close the door and go look from the other side real quick. So this is with the closed door. Like I said, I'll get the iridescent lighting hooked up. I'm going to try and find a red LED. See if that actually helps, because the color that the light was against the original silvers was like an ice blue. So that's original, blah. That's custom. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have any questions, just leave your remarks. Thanks a lot.